What's going on, guys? I'm Frank Wak. Today we're going to talk about Tokyo and Tulsa 2017. So this is the first con review that I've done that's been super structured. So it'll be a little different than all the other con reviews that I've done. We want to start with the ratings, and I want to start with the venue. The Cox Business Center in downtown Tulsa is a great location in some degrees and is a bad location in others. Because it's very big and it's a government building, there's a lot of security points, and so probably my biggest gripe of the whole convention is the fact that there was only one entrance really. Everything else is blocked off, and that really sucks when you're doing a photo shoot on the other end of the building and you have to walk all the way around because it's a massive building. You have to walk all the way around it in 90-degree weather, and it just sucks. And I understand it's for security reasons, and it's to try to get people, try to get bag check and make sure the security is as tight as it can be, because you don't want something to happen like if it's going to happen here. The guests is the biggest, broadest section. Just Tokyo and Tulsa brings in 30 freaking guests every year now, and it's crazy to me. The voiceover guests, we're going to start with them. Josh Grell, I almost said Ian Sinclair, Keith Silverstein, Eric Cherry, Kristen McGuire. There's so many of them. Vivian Wolf was there, Rachel Messer. So many people, so many voice actors. They're all really cool people. They're all really cool personalities, and they all have information to share with us. Whether we're just an anime watcher and we want to know more about the business, we can have that little bit of knowledge and a bit of trivia. Some of us really enjoy that. Some of us want to be voice actors ourselves. Some of us want to aspire to be on a seat with them, doing panels about voice acting and the do's and don'ts, stuff like that. And some people are looking for mentorship, and they can get that at these cons, and that's really cool. Some people just want to meet cool people. I love meeting Eric Cherry. I love meeting Kristen McGuire. I love meeting Rachel Messer. They're all really cool people, and they're all really fun to interact with. They're all really cool to talk to. For years now, Tokyo and Tulsa have been bringing visual kei J-rock bands from Japan and bringing them to America for their first ever live show, or their first ever live show in America, I should say. And it's really cool to get to meet them. And I don't know if you've ever seen a visual kei band live, but there's nothing like it. They're so energetic, they're so full of energy, and they give their all to it, and you can feel that. The cosplay guests were pretty cool. But there is something that I need to mention here with the cosplay guests and the other guests that aren't voice actors or musicians, or they're just other people that come to the con seemingly every single year now. Mythos Creations has been a cosplay guest at TNT for 5 or 6 years now. And while that's well and good, and it's really cool to see them, and they're great cosplayers, don't get me wrong, they're cool people, but it starts to get old after a while. It starts to seem like you don't want to branch out. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this is how it looks, this is how it feels, because you do branch out. And you brought in people like Night Mage, and he was really cool. He did, what's his name, Afro Samurai, and he did Shonuff, and he did a really, really cool Bison. Nadia SK has been there for 2 years now from Italy, and she's really cool. But again, it's okay, we've seen this before. It's really cool to see her again. It's really cool to get to interact with her again. It's really cool to get to take pictures of her cosplay and learn a little bit from her, because she is from the other side of the world almost. And that's really cool. But I think some diversity will do TNT well. There's not enough diversity anymore. It's okay, we've met these people, we've seen them, we've interacted with them. Bring us somebody new next year. And you do that, and then you don't at the same time. And so it's hard to complain about it, because you kind of give us half and half. The Chalk Twins, the Nadia SK, Mythos Creations, Eric Cherry has been there for a while, Vivian Wolf, Jessica Kavanaugh, Rachel Messer was there last year, Kristen McGuire was there last year. And it's just, there's a list of guests that you guys have that seemingly come every single year. While that's not exactly a bad thing, it doesn't help you either. The guests overall get, I want to say, a 7 out of 10. Just because while it's really cool to get to see Avanchik, Night Mage was really, really cool. Keith Silverstein, Josh Greeley, other than those guys, I mean, the Slants have even been to TNT like 4 times before or something like that. Just the only thing I would like to suggest is a little bit more diversity in your guest. Vendor Room, Artist Alley. I've heard a lot of complaints in the Artist Alley especially about all of the quote-unquote 18+ art. I kind of wanted to address it. While I understand the complaint, and I get it, at the same time I don't, because in anime especially, that kind of attraction is there, you know? Your big-breasted characters, your very open-skinned characters. And you look at, Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop, you look at Yoko from Gurren Lagann, the main chick from Kill la Kill, I don't remember her name. You look at Aisha Clan Clan from Outlaw Star, you look at Urza from Fairy Tail. It's on my wall even. Overall, the Vendor Room will get, I'll say an 8 out of 10 as well. Like I said, it was good. It was very diverse, very unique stuff everywhere. I didn't really have any complaints with it. Man, the game room is great as always. I've said it in other videos. Tokyo Tulsa's game room is by far the best game room of any convention in the area. By far. All the stuff that it has every other year, your arcade, your retro, your new stuff, your PC. Microsoft had a booth going on with like Overwatch and Hearthstone playing like all the time. You just jump in and play a game. The PC section was great. I heard that the League of Legends tournament ran smoothish. Yes and no. This is all stuff that I've heard, because I spent a lot of time in the game room this year, unfortunately. I played like 10 minutes of Melee. I think that's it. I think that's all I did in the game room. I played 10 minutes of Melee, and I took pictures. Because busy people. And unfortunately, I don't get to spend a lot of time playing video games in the game room anymore. It used to be where I sat, like, we would come to TNT to play in the game room, because it's always run great. I've always been a big supporter of OK Gamers, and they run that room, and it's amazing. And if you can get them for your con, you need to, because they know what they're doing, and they have the sources to make your game room as good as it possibly can be. Overall, 7 out of 10. I really missed the mechs, man. I want the mechs back. Panels. From what I've heard, panel-wise, panels went great. The Anime and Autism panel ran really smoothly. You can find that on Tokyo Tulsa's YouTube channel. They had a lot of different diverse panels, a lot of fandom Q&A panels, which isn't exactly my thing, but it is a lot of other people's things. And that's great. And I'm glad that they all had good turnouts, and I'm glad they all had fun. I didn't attend many of the panels. I took very little pictures in panel rooms because, again, I'm super busy. I did come to main events for a few things. Cosplay contest ran beautifully. I got really good pictures of the cosplay contest. The skits. I'm going to have a video up for the skits, hopefully soon, maybe. Got so much going on right now. Just everything ran really well, and I was really happy with the flow, and I didn't really hear any complaining or any of that, anything of that nature. So I think panels deserve about an 8 out of 10. And lastly, the staff. And there's a bit I want to talk about here. I think it's really cool that you guys are paying staff. Like, you have to call them staff now, because they're actually getting paid. They're not just volunteers. They're getting paid, and that's cool. That makes them want to work better. On top of getting into the convention for free, getting the food, and getting the shirt, and getting all the cool stuff that comes with being a volunteer, they're also getting money. And that's cool. I really think that's a great solution to, I'm going to pick on them again, Phoenix Comic Con situation, where they were having their volunteers pay them. And I think that's asinine. And I think you guys just flipped the script on that. You guys did really well, and I think the staff did a great job overall. I've heard complaints on the social medias about like sexual harassment type stuff, and while I didn't see any of it, I didn't hear about any of it at the con, so I'm not 100% sure how accurate that is. I think that's just something you guys need to address and take care of. And so I'm going to leave that there. Overall, the staff gets a 9 out of 10 because they were really good to me. I just want to give a few last thoughts on a few certain subjects. My favorite experience for Tokyo and Tulsa, I really enjoyed this concert. Chick, like I said, is amazing. If you've never seen a Visual Kei band live, you need to come to TNT next year. It doesn't even matter what band they bring. It's going to be great. What would I like to see change from Tokyo and Tulsa? I would like to see more than one checkpoint into the building. I would like to see more guests, more different guests, I should say. I want to see different people next year. My favorite guest of Tokyo and Tulsa, I mean, it's like a two-way tie. I really enjoyed meeting Keith Silverstein. I think he was a really cool guy. But Avanchik was, again, just amazing. Blew my freaking mind. So cool. My suggestions for 2018. First of all, Markiplier. Where is he? Been talking about this for 3 years now. Markiplier for TNT 2018. It's going to happen. Don't quote me on that. We brought on the theme of Cowboys versus Ninjas for the theme of next year's con. Bring Matthew Mercer. I think it would be awesome to bring in Matthew Mercer. He runs the Geek and Sundry Twitch and YouTube channels. He's the DM of their D&D game, which is great. You have a D&D crowd there. He's the voice of McCree from Overwatch, and that's where the Cowboys stuff fits in. I think that would be awesome. I'm sure he would hype up your donations incentive there. You have like the voice of Hanzo or Genji from Overwatch, and they kind of fight. That would be cool. In summary, Tokyo and Tulsa was fantastic. It's one of my favorite cons all year round. It always is. I always enjoy Tokyo and Tulsa. I didn't have much of any problems whatsoever. I'm about to give you guys my final score for the con, but if you want to tell me what you thought of the con, please comment down below. Tell me what you all thought. I would love to get into discussions about the con and what worked and what didn't, what you liked and what you didn't, what you think could be better. Leave your suggestions down below, and I'll make sure it gets to the con shares because I have connections. Tokyo Tulsa 2017 scores a 9 out of 10. It was a near perfect convention with very little to complain about. And just one more time to get it out there, I'd like to see different guests. I'd like to see more than one checkpoint. Markiplier 2018, make it happen. But until then, I'm Frank Wak, and I will see you all at Tokyo Tulsa 2018.